Hi guys, I'm Corey Davis. Today we're going to take you on a gym. Can you guys be quiet for a second? On a gym tour. Actually, just go ahead and leave real fast. Thank you. We're going to take you guys on a quick gym tour of Core 1 training. So first thing, when you come into the gym, we have a lot of cardio equipment up here. So we have a couple of bikes, we have a couple of rowers up here, 4 right up here, we have a couple more hidden in the back, and then we have a treadmill. If you turn your attention over here a little bit, we have 3 really good benches. This white one is everybody's favorite. This red one is actually identical to it, but people like it a lot less than the white one for some reason. And then the last one down there is actually a West Side style bench, so it's really good for doing like a pin press or a rack press or doing a banded setup of any sort. In addition to that, if you turn over here, we have a barbell rack. So we have a couple different Swiss bars, a few women's bars, training bar, curl bar, bamboo bar, some PVC pipes, and storage for a couple extra. If you want more information on the barbells we're talking about today, watch our other video, which is just a barbell tour. It shows off 13 different types. I think we're up to 14 different types now. So past the bench, you get to the turf area. So the turf area is 50 yards from door over here, big wooden door that goes out to our outside area, to metal door down on the other side. It is 50 yards from door to door, so it is plenty of room to do an indoor 40. We'll get out the laser timer, we'll do 10s, 20s, 40s, all that kind of stuff. And you just open up the store and have kids run right outside, or adults, whoever's doing it. And as you can see, we have more turf out there that we'll get to in a minute. Up along this wall, we have a bunch of little accessory items. So ropes for working on sled stuff with, straps, belts for adding more weight, belts to kind of cinch you up so you can do more weight, weight vests, boxes, Swiss balls, a couple extra rowers up against the wall, jump ropes against the wall, a Vertex to test your vertical jump, a bunch of bands over here. These are like general use bands. We have a separate set of bands that are in my office that are all even. So if you're doing like a banded squat or a banded deadlift or a banded bench press, you can be sure that everything is perfectly even. Some of these will get worn a little bit unevenly. A bunch of grip accessories on the bottom, bunch of like mobility stuff in the middle, a bunch of ab stuff up here on top, and then little, straps, wrist straps, that kind of stuff. A couple furniture sliders, do some core work stuff. Bunch of little things like that. A couple of sledgehammers up there. Over here we have our slam ball collection. So the slam balls go from 10 pounds to 150 pounds. So everything from light core work and some explosion stuff to heavy strongman-esque training with the 150 or the hundreds. On the walls, a couple of monolift hooks. So if you are interested in lifting with a monolift and you're doing it here, you can practice that kind of setup with those hooks. They work out really well. A bunch of different type of foam rollers, from very easy to very firm and with knobs. Some yoga mats. 2 different types of sleds. This is my favorite sled because it's so even. We have 4 of these and then 1 of the like prowler style sled. Each of these bigger sleds comes with a 100-foot rope to do some work on. That is our elite board. If you can total 1,200 pounds between your bench squat and deadlift and 40 reps between your max chin-ups and max 225 rep tests, you can get your name on there. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, it's 750 and 40 still. A couple things on the wall here, a couple of warm-ups. If you get here early and need to do a extensive warm-up, let's say you have bad shoulders, there's some stuff I would like you to do. If you have bad knees, here's some stuff I would like you to do. You're here early or sticking around late and want to do some extra cardio stuff, well, here's a bunch of 10-minute workouts, 15-minute workouts, 20-minute workouts. And then everybody likes ab stuff, so here are a couple of different core workouts you can do. Speed ladder on the wall, bunch of foam plyo boxes. I'm not a big fan of people being nervous about jumping on a box because they're scared of hurting themselves. I'm also not a big fan of getting our athletes hurt, so if I'm going to ask you to jump on a box, I'm going to let you do it on foam. Really, really nice setup. We got those from Rogue. Spinning around here, another barbell rack with a bunch of specialty barbells. Don't really have time, it's not really the purpose of this video to go into what all these do. Basically, if you need to make a modification to a lift, rather than just going lighter, which is a lot of gyms' answers, or not doing it altogether, which is sadly a lot of gyms' answers, these pieces will allow you to still do the lift safely, whether it's a bad shoulder, bad back, bad knees. These things can help alleviate that a lot of times. Rig right here, kind of the centerpiece of the gym right when you walk in. Really, really versatile piece, really useful for us. We will squat out of it. If we have a really big group, we'll bench press out of it in addition to the bench press racks we saw earlier. You can do just about any lift in here. We've done a reverse band deadlift. We've done a banded squat. We've done a lot of different things in here. A bunch of different pull-up spots, spots to hang some rings down, spots to hang some like TRX style bands over there. If you look up, you will see a bunch of different pull-up grips. So we have the dog bone right here. We have some cannonball grips over there, grandfather clocks, we have a whole bunch. And then a couple of straps hanging down to do some core work on. And then a tree in the middle to feed, this side of the rack as well as this side. And if you'll keep following me over here, on the floor over there is a box squat box. So if you're doing a box squat, you can adjust that to any height to make it appropriate for you. We have a whiteboard where we will write up people's workouts periodically. Here's the workout that me and Gabe are doing today. We're going to do some deadlifts, some rows. We'll write that kind of stuff up so people have an idea as they come in what they need to warm up. Row of ski machines right here. One of my favorite pieces of cardio equipment. Really, really good for, core, back, lungs, heart. Very, very effective. If you pan up, there's our big ass fan, which is both the product name and also a very accurate description because it is a big ass fan. As we keep going through here, sticking along this wall, deadlift area. I really like this deadlift area both because it is safe to denote a spot. There's no worry about someone kind of walking into your space if you're in the middle of their lifting. And it also has these band attachment points right here and across from it. So if you are trying to do a banded deadlift, you don't need to set up a bunch of weird dumbbells and have them roll on you or stand on the band yourself. You can actually set it up right in the middle. It's really, really effective. Shoulder rock, we have a video on that as well. Phenomenal product for improving shoulder health. Really, really happy with it. 2 different deadlift jacks. This is our low-key deadlift jack. Here's our super big one. Here is a rack that we use for the deadlift area, a bunch of metal plates, 100-pound plates up here, the wagon wheel, 45-pound plates right there. If you want to do a rack deadlift or an elevated deadlift, the wagon wheels are a really, really easy way to do that, and it feels like a regular deadlift. A couple of jerk blocks. You know what jerk blocks are. Vertical bench. Someone was doing a military press in there. Cable machine. So leave it high, move it down low, put it in the middle, do whatever you need to do. And then a bunch of cable attachments up on the wall. If you look down here, we have a whole bunch of really light dumbbells. 2.5s, 5s, 7s, 10s, right down here on the ground. Some fat grips on the floor as well if you need to do some fat grip training. And then up against this wall, we have dumbbells from 10 to 125. So should be enough weight for most people lifting to not be an issue. We go in duplicate up to 100 pounds. From 105 to 125, we just have 1 pair each because we usually don't have 2 groups lifting at the same time that both need to use the 125s. It's usually a small group. There's 3 guys using them. Another vertical bench right there. 3 adjustable benches. I love these things. These are super wide. They're super solidly made, and they are idiot-proof. You just slide that piece into position. There's no screwing. There's no tightening. It is just boom, it's there or it's not. So I have no fear of letting a high school or a college kid set up these benches and worry that it's gonna slip out on them. It really can't. It's a really, really good setup. 3 Olympic lifting platforms right here. So kind of like with the deadlift platform, these do 2 things for us. 1, they protect the weights because we're dropping it onto rubber, not a quarter inch of rubber and then concrete. 2, it denotes a space. So if I'm in the middle of this platform lifting, I have no fear that someone is going to try to walk over the platform to get somewhere. They are going to walk around. So we have 2 that we had custom made here, and then 1 that we got from a local college that many of us here support wholeheartedly. Two different bumper plate platforms or weight trees. So 45s, 25s, 10s, and 15s. This rack is all about the deadlift. So we have 3 trap bars and then a deadlift bar right here. If you look in this back corner, you know, we have chalk. There's chalk all over this gym. This is one of our bowls. There's another bowl next to the bench press. There's another bowl next to the squat. Have a set of DC blocks right here. So if you're gonna do a rack pull or like a power clean from a rack position or from a block position, you can do that very easily right there. Keep walking through. A couple of glute ham developers, a West Side barbell reverse hyper that we really, really like. This is a fantastic exercise for strengthening the posterior chain, the low back, the glutes, the hamstrings, which, you know, half the people that come here train because they really care about their performance and want to be a better athlete. The other half that come here want to look better, and this is a really good exercise for both, so it's a kind of perfect thing for us. If you look on the ground over here, we have kettlebells. They're color-coded, so the lightest ones are around 10 pounds. They are pink. The heaviest ones are down here, the red and the black. They're 72 pounds, and then this one black one right here is from On It. It is 90 pounds. We got it because The Rock has it, and we wanted to be like The Rock. Most of the guys in here do at least. One really good set of competition bumpers. So these are kilogram plates, super thin, super responsive weights, really, really high quality product. And then we just got these a couple weeks ago. These are Thompson Fat Bells. We're really excited about these. It is supposed to be, according to the inventor, a guy named Donnie Thompson, the next evolution in dumbbell training. So you actually sink your hand right into the middle, ergonomically superior. I'm excited to mess around more with those. Everything I've done with those so far has been really, really good. I'm excited to do more with them later. We actually have a trip planned with him in a couple of weeks to go try out more of his stuff. I'm really, really excited. He's a very sharp guy and a really good inventor and lifter himself, so we're excited about it. Stepping through here to the turf area. So once you get out here, it is 40 feet wide by 110 feet long, so it is a lot of space. This area also has a couple of fans, so big ass fan right there, big ass fan on the other side. If you look down to the other side, we have a indoor batting cage. One of our trainers here, Leah Del Torre, is a really, really, really good softball coach. So she does hitting, pitching lessons in there. She'll host clinics over here periodically. We have a basketball goal down there. We don't do any basketball lessons or anything, but we have a lot of college athletes that come in here, work out, high school athletes, and so it is a really fun training thing for them to do. Kind of pan over here, you'll see a bunch of other, you know, training things. We have the giant strongman log, we have the keg, we have the circus dumbbell, we have some hurdles for mobility work or explosion. If you pan up, you'll see the Hoffa Throws Academy logo, and that is because right now you guys are in the middle of where Reese does his indoor training. So this ring right here is a really high quality shot put ring. We'll move some blocks out down there so that he has something to throw into. And we can actually host, and we have hosted, a couple of indoor meets in here, as well as a lot of really good practices. If you look at here real fast, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the outside, but we have a really good outdoor area. If you look right out here, give your eyes a second to adjust. We have a throwing area out here, so Reese will throw into the nets, as well as throw out into that field. You see we have a big hill out there and a lot of outdoor space. We're really, really happy with this location because of all that outdoor space, as well as we have a outdoor shot put ring. So you can see we have the sand area out there and another shot put ring, and actually 2 shot put rings out there, as well as some tires to do some like outdoor stuff, which is a lot of fun. We have the giant indoor space now, which really frees us up where we don't have to count on being able to go outside, but it is certainly a nice luxury on days where we are a little bit crowded. We can go outside if we need to. That covers just about everything. So if you're coming in here to work out, those are the things you would use, those are the things you would see. On the way out here, you can see our record board is over there on the left, kind of keep people motivated, keep track of everything. And then our front desk area is up here. You work out hard, you need a shower afterwards or something. We have 2 bathrooms, men's and women's. They are identical, so here's the men's, And then here is a shower area for the men's room. You are welcome to use a shower anytime you work out in here. And that is about it. Go ahead and wrap this up. The 12 o'clock group is getting here now for the deadlift day. So go ahead and tidy up get started with that right now. Appreciate your time, and that is Core Blend Training. It is time.
All right.
Deadlift.
It always gets weird. It's not even on.
Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, competitions, and workouts from Core Blend.